Net Game Radio, Shoutcast, Music Show, Lemon Party.
What?
And we're back with Game 3 of the CGI ladder, Cash Money Heroes versus Giraffe Hunters. You're listening to Net Game Radio. My name is Triumphant Man, and joining me here in the studio tonight is Maximus and Oh My God Blood. Maximus, we saw Giraffe Hunters come back to tie up the score 1-1 with Cash Money Heroes last round. What are your predictions for this match?
Well, as you say, it's one each. First game was very close. The second game was more of a rollout for Giraffe Hunters, more or less dominating, with Pebbles getting an immortal, played by Half-Ass. So I think we may see a closer game this time, but I'm going to have to give it to Giraffe Hunters.
Alright, so just got the bans. We've got some quick bans coming here. Spot the Aussie very fast to ban Pebbles. Obviously doesn't want to get rocked by Pebbles again. Giraffe Hunters banning Kraken again. They don't like Kraken at all. They always ban him by the looks of it. As Spot the Aussie bans Thunderbringer, Your Butt is Big bans Wretched Hag, and then Flint Beastwood gets taken off the table. As we've also got TNT getting ripped, disconnecting. So anyway, I'll roll over to Blood. Blood, what are your predictions for this match?
I would have to go with Giraffe Hunters for this match. They played very, very well last game there, so I'd like to see them take it out tonight.
Alright, well, I'm going to be difficult. The PSR was 57 to 43% in favour of Cash Money Heroes, so I'm going to go with them because PSR never lies. Anyway, we've got Bubbles also getting banned. You heard it here at NGR, PSR never lies. So we've got Bubbles getting banned and a 5-scout shadow pick for Giraffe Hunters. I would like to see that. They can break the laws of the game and have 5 scouts running around. That would be hilarious. Anyway, we've got Dr. Repulsor also getting banned by Spot the Aussie, so we're just waiting on one more ban from, I think it's Giraffe Hunters, just waiting Giraffe Hunters to ban last hero. It's going to be interesting to see what they ban. Anybody got any predictions at all? Call anything out.
I'm hoping they don't ban Glacius, because I really would like to see Bob play Glacius again.
Oh yes, if NGR Bob, if NGR Bob doesn't get Glacius, they lose and he cakes. But Maximus, you know Bob a bit better than most of us. How does he go with anything that's not Glacius?
Oh, absolutely horribly. No. He's pretty much at one with the Glacius hero in general, and we just saw that last ban going out to Sparrow. We're going to have Spot the Aussie picking first, but yeah, I was saying, Bob seems to have some sort of very deep connection with the Glacius hero, and as you can see here, for a second, TNT get ripped, right-clicked Glacius as some sort of terrible threat towards Bob for the win.
You know, with Glacius as his most played hero, I'm surprised Bob hasn't picked up the alternate avatar, because he's a really nice avatar. I picked it up. Anybody else got the female Glacius?
No, I haven't picked that up yet.
Fair enough. As TNT gets ripped, disconnects for a second time and reconnects, so maybe he's going to drop out. I don't know. Hopefully he can stay in the game. As Spot the Aussie picks up Swiftblade. So Swiftblade been picked all 3 games now by both teams, actually. Giraffe Hunters picked him last game, and fairly sure Cash Money Heroes were the team who had him first match. But Bombardier gets picked up. He was banned the other 2 games, but Giraffe Hunters are picking up Bombardier, and they're just waiting on Pink to pick. But it's going to be interesting to see how it goes with that. Your Butt is Big picking up Arachna. Now, Arachna having a few buffs since the rebalance patch. Blood, what do you make of Arachna now since she's been buffed?
Yeah, she's become more of a useful hero now, and that's a kind of strange pickup, but I'm guessing they have some way of working around. I'm not sure what the other heroes are going to pick. We see TNT get ripped, Ghost picking Scout, but I don't think that's going to be very likely. And we see Bob for the win pick up his Glacius.
There you go, Bob. Not going to cake now. But, Maximus, what are your thoughts on Arachna since she's been given a bit more Viper?
Oh, well, personally I don't think she's the best carry, but, you know, early on, very easy to take out certain heroes with her ultimate, and she has a very high damage output, especially early on in the game. The magic damage add to the slow was quite a nice buff, really good for stopping people from bottling charges between attack and health potting and all that kind of stuff. keeps them down a little bit more, and it should be interesting to see how it gets played.
Indeed. As we're just waiting for Giraffe Hunters to pick their next set of heroes, we've got a few we've got a bit of drama happening in the chat here. Hopefully they sort this out. Don't think they know what's going on. But anyway, just got the team so far. We've got, on the Legion team, we've got Myrmidon, Swiftblade, and Glacius, as Rusty picks up Sachi Swiftblade. Excellent skin. I've got that one as well. But on the Hellborn team, we have so far Arachna, Bombardier, Andromeda, and we're waiting on TNT and Mother to pick up hero. As he picks up Pandemonium, obviously liking how it went down last game, he wants to emulate Blue Bear. But now we're just waiting on Blue Bear and Nitros to pick up their heroes, but not sure what we're going to get from them. It looks like we've got the tri-lane set up with a Glacius, Myrmidon, and Swiftblade tri-lane. So we've got 2 solos to come out. I know Nitros likes to play a lot of Hag, but Hag's banned, so going to be interesting to see what he picks up. So, Maximus, what are your thoughts? What sort of solos would you pick up in this situation, do you think?
Well, I'm pretty sure Nitros can safely assume that or maybe not. It seems as though Half-Assed does always seem to go solo mid, although Bombardier, not the strongest mid hero, I don't think. So, you'd have to think they'd be putting possibly Pandemonium mid. Seems to be going Vindicator, which is a very hard counter to Pandemonium. Not sure if he will actually go Vindicator, but if he does, as I said, very hard counter to Pandemonium. With that silence aura after every single flurry, 3-second silence, pretty much destroys Pandemonium from doing much of anything. Not that bad against Arachna or Andro, but should be interesting to see if he ends up picking him.
Well, it's a pretty decent pick against Bombardier as well. Really shuts down his Boom Dust, makes him unable to use it. But they pick up Moraxis and Witchslayer, and that I didn't expect to see. So
yeah, definitely not.
Blood, any idea? Do you think they're going to send Moraxis solo mid or something?
Yeah, they could possibly do that. They'd have the trailing top, as you said, for Myrmidon, Swiftblade, Glacius, Moraxis mid, and Witchslayer bottom, or even chuck Witchslayer up top in the trailing and maybe put Myrmidon down bottom. But I'm not too sure at the moment. And we see the last pick there by TNT get ripped on. He picked up Pyromancer.
Well, they could throw out, Witchslayer mid and then have Moraxis take a solo versus solo, but Demon Witch and Dodo is not that uncommon, not that much of an uncommon solo mid in Chinese Dodo, but I'm not sure. It's going to be interesting to see what they do there. But on the Hellborn team, we have Pandemonium, Bombardier, Pyromancer, Andromeda, and Arachna. Now, Maximus, what do you think they're going to do with that lineup?
Well, I think it's hard to say for sure, but I'd say they're probably going to be putting Pandemonium mid and maybe a tri-lane with Arachna, Andro, and possibly Pyromancer, and then Bombardier solo bot. Bombardier quite a good solo, as if he can get his ult out early, can pick up some early kills, as it does a lot of damage, especially against the tri-lane, if it's set up nicely.
And he's that's alright, finish what you're saying.
I was going to say, it should be interesting to see how they do end up running it, because they have a lot of options. I definitely much prefer the look of the Hellborn team to the Legion team. I think the Legion picking that Witchslayer up as the last pick was not a very strong pick, considering they already had Glacius and Myrmidon, and then getting Moraxis as well. I don't know, I don't really like Legion's lineup. What about you?
Honestly, I don't think their lineup's that bad, because Pandemonium is probably going to see solo, I think. I think that probably puts Pandemonium in a solo lane, although they might try and run him in a tri-lane. But if Moraxis runs up against runs up against Panda in a solo, it could work out fairly well. And he's really strong initiation, which is something the Legion team actually needs at this point. They needed an initiator, and they did want Pharaoh, but that got banned. But at the moment, yeah, I do like the Well, really, I'm torn on it, actually. I don't know. Then again, I think the Legion team have a lot better disables. So, I mean, the Hellborn team, they have Andromeda initiate, but then they don't really have anything to capitalize on that well. And, with all the amount of disables the Legion team have, they can counter-attack and, counter-initiate very effectively, I think. So, honestly, I think I would like the Legion team's lineup better in this situation. What about you, Blood?
Yeah, that's true. The Legion's lineup is very strong. So we see Swiftblade going down to bottom lane, followed by Myrmidon, and Witchslayer possibly going middle lane. Looks like they're heading down bottom for a 5-man gank, the Legion team.
Yeah, it does look like they're going for the 5-man gank, as Hellborn have sent Arachnid top. Now, not sure if she's going to solo top or if... Actually, it looks like they're going to run Pandemonium in a tri-lane. Now, this is interesting. I know MSI did... I'm fairly sure it was MSI who did this. They ran Pandemonium in a tri-lane, and that worked out fairly effectively. Because he is... he's effectively in... He's effective early game, and with enough farm, if you can get him to snowball, he's fairly effective late game as well. But it does look like they've got a 5-man gank happening bottom, and it looks like Pink's calling out strike balls at bottom, so I think he knows what they're up to. But they've got Pyromancer spotting, so they shouldn't get caught out. Yeah, there we go. They're backing off, making sure they don't get in trouble. Although Panda's staying a little bit too close, maybe, but looks like nothing's going to happen from that. But we have, by the looks of it, breaking up now. We've got Swiftblade picking up in an Invis rune, and we've got the tri-lane with Glacius and Myrmidon bottom. And then we've got Witchslayer soloing top and Meraxis soloing mid. So I'm going to pass to you, Maximus. What do you make of this? The Maximus.
I definitely like of the Meraxis. I think it's interesting that they put the Bombardier mid against him, but I think Meraxis has a pretty good chance. Oh, action bot. Maybe. We got an Invis Swiftblade. Yep, here we go. Pandemonium jumping into the weed field. Oh, miss stun. It looks like Pandemonium's going to get away okay with the health pop. So just a little bit of back and forth there with the almost a gank, but not quite. Anything else happening down there? No. So back to mid, we got Meraxis and Bombardier. I'd have to probably give it to Meraxis actually. Bombardier doesn't really have that much to go against Meraxis. I mean, he's got his stun if he can get it on top of him, but Meraxis has quite a lot of HP. He's got the Arcane Shield, which I believe, if used correctly, can actually completely negate the bomb that Bombardier can throw if he ends up picking that up at all. So, I don't know. What do you think?
I think Meraxis has made a mistake. He's got both a hatchet and a iron buckler, and he's really neglected his regen. So if Bombardier starts stacking boom dust on him, he's in a lot of trouble, I think. But onto that Panda jumping into the weed field, I think that was the right choice because he used it to actually jump out of Swiftblade's spin and just escape from it. So that was actually fairly smooth there. I think that move saved his life. But anyway, hard to tell because he did jump into the damage of the weed field. But yeah, really, I think Meraxis is in a lot of trouble. He's already used up all his tangos. It's 2 minutes in. I think he's kind of screwed here. Blood, what do you reckon?
Yeah, that's true. He really shouldn't have got that shield or even not the hatchet and focus more on his regen, even maybe going for a quick chalice. And we do see at top here, which they're getting harassed by Arachna, not doing too much damage, at which they're getting pushed back there.
Yep. Well, I don't know. Honestly,
I think Witchslayer's going to struggle in that lane against Arachna up there.
Yeah.
Arachna already, as you can see, 10 for 13, like almost free farming. Likewise with Bombardier, 12 for 5. They're both getting a lot of farm already, considering, I mean, this is really early on. Nothing much happening there. Everyone's just sort of sitting back farming at the moment. No one seems to be really running at each other. But Arachna really just dominating Witchslayer up here, and likewise with Bombardier. Meraxis out of mana, out of regen, and really out of a lot of hope to start with in this very early game here.
Yeah, well, Witchslayer's really screwed against Arachna. I mean, look at his damage. He's got 58 damage compared to 76. He can't hope to compete with the last hits. because she's got that aura and she's got a better attack animation. He's really just got no hope at all. Although, if he can get a few levels, he might be able to start stacking on the stuns. But honestly, I think Arachna's Harass and her last hitting ability is really going to carry it through for her. As we can see, another stun coming out on Arachna, but she just tanks it and keeps harassing him, just trying to catch up to him with the Orb Walk here. Although I don't think she's going to match. As actually, a Bloodlust happened down bottom. Pandemonium went down. Though Swiftblade, very low HP, goes down as well. But Pyro gets taken out at the same time. And it looks like Andromeda might get run down here. As yes, she does. Bob gets an attack off, and Bob with his Glacius doesn't cake it. He's got Glacius. He's going to carry this game, this Bob. Going to take it away. So, Blood.
Yeah.
Some action down bottom.
That was some good work there from the Legion team there. They just got, they just picked them off very nicely there. We saw the Magikarp come out and the Weedfield just taking out Pyromancer there. And Bob, yes, Bob got his kill with his Glacius. And at middle here, we see Bombardier and both Miraxes competing for the bottom rune, which is an illusion. Miraxes is going to get to it first. Yes, he uses a stomp. He gets the illusion, but Bombardier here is looking to probably going to kill Miraxes, and yes, he does. But Swiftblade comes in here with a spin and cleans up Bombardier. Good map awareness there by the Swiftblade, getting the kill on Bombardier.
Yes, it was a good move from Bombardier, and that ward there, Bombardier managing to harass Miraxes uphill thanks to that ward. And if the Legion team have been paying attention, they should know that there's a ward there now, and they should get out a counter ward ASAP, because that'll really help Miraxes out mid. And I mean, the support should have enough money. I mean, they've got the kills down at bottom. Bob should have it up. Bob should be able to get that up. As also, the courier still hasn't been upgraded, though. That's kind of disappointing, but we've got Bombardier teleporting back to mid, so Miraxes had a bit of a breather for a second. But now it's going to be back under the whip, as Bombardier's probably going to harass the crap out of
Arachna level 6 just used his ult on Witchslayer at top. Probably going to kill Witchslayer here. Yep, there we go. Arachna may die here. Yep, there we go. Arachna down too. Getting a little bit unlucky with getting blocked by those creeps there. But say that's probably a good exchange that Witchslayer could hope for, considering.
Well, it is giving Arachna early experience. So, I mean, she's hit level 6 now. So she can roll bottom. I mean, she jumps down bottom. If she jumps Glacius or Myrmidon, they're pretty screwed with that ult. They've got not a whole lot of hope against it. But the Legion team does have wards up at bottom, though. Spot the Aussie, putting in a good ward there to make sure he doesn't get caught out by any TV ganks. So that's a very good ward. Smart ward from him. As we've got Bombardier rolling bottom, he's going to bottle that illusion rune here. So, looks like we might have a bit of action, Blood, at bottom.
Yeah, that's right. We just saw them before, a couple of exchanges between both the Hellborn and the Legion side, but not much really going on. We do see Myrmidon going for the rune, but Bombardier's already picked it up and bottled the illusion. And at top, we also see that Witchslayer getting harassed majorly. And at bottom here, we see a nice stun by Pandemonium, but not catching the Glacius there. We see the car pulled out into the Pyromancer, and the Swiftblade spin onto the Pyromancer. Oh, Pyromancer merely escaping there, but the Swiftblade takes down the Panda and taking down the Andro. We see Pyro making his way back here. He might get spotted by the ward, and he has been, but Bob's not going to be fast enough to catch up to him here. So, what happened at top there, Maximus?
Just the same as before. Arachna just sat in the trees, threw his spider at Witchslayer. Witchslayer had no hope. Tried to get a stun off on him, tried miniaturizing him, but there was very little he could. With only 580 HP against a spider which deals 250 damage at rank 1, at least I believe, it's not really, not much he can do. Arachna hits for 100 as well, so dropping very quickly indeed. Witchslayer almost level 6 now though, so he may be able to pick up a kill on Arachna with his ultimate, but we'll see.
Just say, good map awareness during that gank at bottom by Bombardier, managing to drop his ultimate on top of Myrmidon, saved Pyromancer's life and took out Myrmidon, so that was good work from him. But it looks like Miraxes going bottom to pick up the illusion rune, getting spotted up by the ward there. Bombardier is getting stuck in, but looks of it. Uses Arcane Shield, doesn't trigger anything though. Was probably hoping Boom Dust was going to happen. As it looks like Bombardier getting stunned, getting piled on top of it, although his teammates are coming here to help. Pandemonium gets the stun off. The Wheatfield catches Bombardier, takes him out. Pandemonium flurrying into Meraxis, and then he gets cleaned up with a flick and a shot from Andromeda. As it looks like the rest of the Legion team aren't going to follow that out. They're just going to back off. It's probably the wise choice, as Pyromancer was making his way there to help out. Switchblade, though, still farming bottom, has hit level 6. And it looks like this time, so Pyromancer has picked up a very, very early Bracer. So, interesting choice from him. I wouldn't have gone for the Bracer quite that.
Ragnar again, picking up the kill on Witchslayer again for the third time.
Yeah,
Witchslayer really just not having any luck against Arachner. I think they should really start getting up there to gank her because, you know, sitting at 300 gold per minute, not doing too badly at all. They really need to get onto that.
Yeah, or even failing that. I mean, if you're getting smashed in the lane, I mean, like Nitros, he's getting hammered. Every time he goes up there, it's just spider, attack, dead. There's no point going up there. He shouldn't really be going back up there so frequently. Honestly, if I was Nitros at this point, I would just say, fuck top. There is no point. I just die every single time I go up there. I'm going bottom, and I'm going to try and kill people down there because he is level 5. And I mean, this target's like a level 3 Pyromancer down there he can kill. And, you know, if you get your bottom lane ahead, then the supports from there can leave the lane and then help you kill Arachner later. I don't know. That's just anyway. That's my thoughts. Yeah. But Blood, what about you?
It's true. Yeah, that's true there. I totally agree with what you said there. If I was Witch, I would just go bottom and even send Myrmidon and Meraxis up there just to control Arachner a bit, because she's currently sitting on 300 gold per minute and she's at 34 creep kills with the enhanced marches. And we've got to pause here just because of some server lag at the moment.
But yeah, I think, I'm not sure, Andromeda might be trying to set something up on Switchblade there, although he's got his ult in 10 seconds, so it might not be that wise to try for it. But Pandemonium is quite close, could help out. Pandemonium also level 5, so but then again, Glacius is right next to him, so maybe not. And Myrmidon also teleporting back to bottom, and also Yellow teleporting to bottom, so Meraxis is here as well. Myrmidon using his waveform to catch up to Pyromancer. Pyromancer getting hit by an Errant Axe as well, gets hit by Weedfield, gets hit by Magikarp, gets frozen, gets a stun off, but misses everything. That wasn't too good. So Pyromancer getting gangbang there and then screwing up his stuns, and not that good as Pandemonium and Andromeda too late to respond. But it looks like Witchslap, glutton for punishment, is going back to top. I think he's about to get owned again. Arachner has enough for Spider. I don't know. Maximus, do you see a repeat gank here happening at top?
I certainly do, but it looks like Witchslayer may have... He just got his ult, so I think he's got the sense to get out of here. It looks like he might be going to set up a gank on Bombardier. There is no ward at top, so Bombardier might not see him coming. It looks like Witchslayer is waiting for the rune here. No luck. Regen rune bot, but... Arachner is just going to continue his free farm. Witchslayer not quite sure what to do.
Yeah, Witchslayer hasn't picked up his boots yet, so he's a little slow to roam. Honestly, he should have just kept going around. He could have come out behind Andromeda right now, and he'd be dead meat. He's got Meraxis there to back him up, and it is night time, so he can freely walk up that ramp in front of him. There he goes. He won't be spotted because there's no ward up, and you can't see him at night time. So yeah, he's going to come in behind Andromeda. Andromeda in a lot of trouble here. Gets minimized, gets stunned, double stunned. Just getting. Wow, that was a waste. That ult was a bit of a waste, but all right, whatever. If you want to do it, you want to do it. Bombardier, though, just rolling bottom and just trying to get a kill off. Didn't really happen for him, though. He has bottled a regen rune. But, Blood, have you noticed anything interesting happening?
Yeah, just at top then. We saw Arachner just nearly kill Myrmidon. Myrmidon escaping on 30 HP then. But it's not very wise for a level 5 Myrmidon to be going up against a level 10 Arachner at this stage of the game. We see Meraxis pushing up here top, but I'm not sure what he's going to do to Arachner. We'll see how it goes here. And we see at bottom here, and freeze onto Pandemonium, and the spin from Swiftblade onto Pandemonium, and Pandemonium goes down there. And at top, we do see Arachner get taken down at top. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but did anyone else see that?
I didn't see it, but I think I know what happened.
I did.
Okay, you go.
Meraxis he charged up his ult before coming out, came out, stunned him, basically. He had full mana, was ready to go. Arachner had almost no mana, wasn't really a lot she could do. Even though she's level 10, she still doesn't have much HP, sitting around 750 health, so Merax's ult did about half her health. I think it was about 400 damage or something like that because it was full charged, and yeah, just quickly rolled out Arachna. Not much she could do.
Yeah. So it was smart play by Meraxis there, but action happening at bottom. It looks like both Pyromancer and Andromeda got cleaned up. So look at the scoreboard here at the moment. Cash Money Heroes have the advantage. It's 14-9 in their favour. So it looks like they've got a bit of early game advantage, although Arachna and Bombardier getting a fair bit of farm. Although, wow, that was a lot of damage on Myrmidon from Bombardier, just taking an absolute pounding. Will he get an ult off? Has he got his ult up? I don't think he does. No, it's still on cooldown, so he can't quite clean up Myrmidon there. Although pretty damn good effort though. We've got an invisible Meraxis hanging around mid, so it looks like he might try and set something up for his team. And Andromeda's looking kind of tasty, although there's a lot of backup there. It's a bad choice from Witch, so I wouldn't have gone in there. It's too easy to get him, although Arachna though, getting cleaned up. Arachna getting cleaned up by a stomp from Meraxis and then getting followed up by some disables and nukes. This also looks like Pyromax is in a lot of trouble. Gets cleaned up by starting to freeze from Glacius and Meraxis as Bombardier also gets frozen, but it looks like the Legion team are going to back off now. Blood, did you catch out what happened there?
Yeah, I did. Meraxis just came in there, got the stomp off and the axes onto Arachna and just taken it down quickly. And I noticed just before Bombardier didn't have any levels of his sticky bomb, and he just got his first level of it then. So I'm not quite sure what strategy he's going for with Bombardier. What do you guys think?
Personally, that's not a build I see that often. What about you, Sir Maximus? What about you?
It's not. It's more of a solo mid strategy. As I was saying earlier, it's not really. I don't really think Bombardier is the greatest mid hero, but sticky bomb for the mana it costs. Just like if you're gonna be mid, you really want to level up that boom dust and that bombardment. Really for the farming ability. It smashes creep waves. It's really good for harass. I can see why he did it. And that was a terrible ult by Bombardier. Didn't hit anybody, just managed to mow down a full line of trees. But,
So we see a gank happen bottom. Arachna started that off with a spider onto their Switchblade who was spinning, but they just, three of them there, Andromeda and Pyromancer just chased him into the trees and just dropped him eventually, just managed to run him down there. So, Myrmidon porting in a little bit late though. Possibly something the Legion team could be doing. I mean, I noticed Bob has a homecoming stone. So does Witch. So both of them should have ported bottom. I mean, Switchblade should have said, guys, a lot of shit here. I need help, and those guys should have gone to help him out, but it didn't happen. So I don't know about that.
Action middle here. Bombardier almost got picked off by the Meraxis, who has picked up his port key. He gets taken out by a great swap from Andrew, who swaps Bombardier out when he has 30 HP. Managed to pick him off nice and easily. Nothing gonna happen here. Arachna can clear the frozen debuff with her hardened carapace, so she just does that. And just moves on out of there.
Well, Arachna has picked up a bastard sword, so it looks like she's going for an assassin's shroud. What do you make of that, Blood?
Yeah, that's a pretty standard item on Arachna. Just gives her that massive critical when she comes out invisible, and the ability to really crowd control in the team fight there. We just see Swiftblade farming away at bottom here quite nicely. He's picked up his sustainer, so he's not too far away from his Radifruit there.
So,
also we see...
Sorry, you go, Blood.
We see the Hellborn team coming down here with the gank with Bombardier, Arachna and Pyromancer. The Legion team have a ward up there, and yes, the Legion team have responded to that and are backing off. We see a TP coming down to bottom tower with Glacius, but the Hellborn are looking to push bottom lane here with 4 heroes down at bottom, but 3 heroes are just sitting, Legion heroes are sitting in the forest near their bottom tower. And at top here we see a bit of action on Pandemonium, but nothing else is going to happen with Meraxis out of mana.
Meraxis unfortunately port keying in and actually missing his stun on Pandemonium with his port key. Ulted up in preparation, then blinked in and missed. Pandemonium easily getting away, not really taking much damage at all. A lot of action at bot.
Payback.
Swiftblade ulting, that's going to be... yeah, there it goes. not many people left here. That's a good pickup. Good team fight for the Legion here. Off Arachna, which really needs to be stopped. Her farm has definitely gone down quite a bit. She should probably actually return to farming. She was having a really easy farm, and she's really getting picked off with these team fights. Maybe I'm going to deny this tower.
Or not? Okay.
Yeah,
It's
that's
silly.
true. That was a good counter gank there by the Legion team. They knew the Hellborn team there was down there because of the ward, and they just all teleported down, and a few of them hid in the forest, came out and just smashed their faces. And we do see the tower deny finally there by Spot the Aussie.
Honestly, I think it was a bit of bad play from the Hellborn there. We saw Arachna again ult a spinning Swiftblade, so her ultimate really didn't do squat, and then Bombardier completely screwed up his ult, missed everything. As we see Arachna ult Myrmidon, gets a magic up off on Arachna, throws her down, but it looks like the Spider's going to finish Myrmidon off. Yes, it does. There we go. Myrmidon goes down to the Spider alone. But at the moment, though, that early port key from Meraxis is probably going to really swing the fight in favour of CMH, as again he drops on top of Pandemonium with a DD, stuns Pandemonium, Glacius follows up, and then Panda's just totally screwed, nothing he can do, as Witchslayer is being chased, or not chased, actually they've backed off, but Witchslayer knowing he's in a bit of trouble. But I think even though the Hellborn had an early advantage with Bombardier so far ahead of Meraxis, and then Arachna just pounding the crap out of Witchslayer, I think they've really let her get away, and now that Meraxis has picked up that port key, what's really going to set that apart is that the Legion team have a really good Alpha Strike with Meraxis, so they've got really good initiation to follow up on. What do you think? What do you guys think?
Yeah, that's true. And we see Arachna here porting top to maybe try and take down Meraxis, but no, she hasn't done that. And as Maximus said earlier, Arachna's got to just focus on her farm a bit more, stop going out and ganking and getting picked off quite easily. So what's your thoughts on that, Maximus?
Yeah, well, as we can see here, she's returned back to the top. I think she's going to probably stay here until she can pick up her Assassin's Shroud. I don't see why she would need to leave. It does look like she's probably going to get picked off here, I wouldn't be surprised. Meraxis is going to port key on, and we got Witchslayer with his ultimate. Arachna will go down here. Here we go. Yeah, no doubt.
Yep, textbook 1-2. Just that Alpha Strike from Meraxis, that port key giving them so much more mobility. The Hellborn do have Andromeda, but they really don't have the heroes to capitalize on it. I mean, if Andromeda swaps in, they haven't got anybody to set up a stun on that guy, which is a real problem, because I mean, both Pandemonium and Pyromancer really need someone to set them up. So I really don't know about that lineup. Honestly, I don't think Pyro was a great pick for them. What do you think, Blood?
Yeah, Pyromancer wasn't the greatest pick for them, and Meraxis is just dominating this middle game here, setting up ganks, and he's really become a big part of this game, although he got harassed quite a bit early on by Bombardier. We do see a lot of wards coming up. We see a Hellborn ward in the Legion Forest. We see the pings go off like crazy on Witchslayer mid. So Andro definitely wants to kill. We do see the swap there by Andro and the stun onto Witchslayer, and Witchslayer should go down, and yes, he does. And Merax is coming into the party a bit late there, but he might manage to get the kill here on Andro. And oh, but no, he doesn't. We see the stun coming there by Pyro and the nuke, taking Meraxis down, and that was a lucky escape there by Andro, escaping on around 30 HP.
Yes, good counter gank from Pyromancer there. I don't know. Honestly, I think this is why I don't like leveling. Like Broom Dust early is good, but I don't like maxing it first. I like just getting 2 levels and then getting Sticky Bomb, because I mean Bombardier, if he screws his ult, or if he doesn't hit that many people with his ult, he really doesn't have a whole lot to contribute with the fight. I mean, even if you're gonna max,
he just threw the Sticky Bomb.
He did
and
indeed.
As you say, if he'd had that maxed out, that would have been a kill. But
I mean, even if you want to max,
Bob for the win going down.
Even if you want to max Boom Dust, I mean, you don't need that many levels of bombardment when you've got, he's already got a lot of slows, a lot of stuns on his team. So honestly, I don't think you need max bombardment. But we see Pandemonium getting stunned by Witchslayer, getting hit by Minimize as well, getting ulted as well. Doesn't quite finish him. Wow. Gets away on a sliver of HP, uses his power supply. Swiftblade gets ulted by Arachna again while spinning, but he gets taken down in the end. Andromeda also getting around a sliver of HP. Pandemonium pots and jumps back into the fight, misses though. Miraxis goes down. Witchslay getting stunned out on Pandemonium and Arachna, and he goes down to Pandemonium though. He gets cleaned up in the end. Wow, that was a fight indeed.
Yeah.
Blood, what did you make of that?
That was a massive stuff up there by the Legion team, which I prematurely using his ultimate there. We do see Arachna nearly get taken down, but just got away. But that was some great work there by Pandemonium. He got away, he popped his health bot and came straight back into the fight, and he cleaned him up.
It was good work indeed. So I'll just
Yeah,
say,
really great play.
yeah,
I'd just like to quickly add that that is now 2 times where Hellborn players would have died if players hadn't stopped to taunt. Just then, Bob for the win actually stopped his auto attack to taunt, so he missed out on the auto attack. Witchslayer did the same thing with Pandemonium, taunting and thus missing the kill. You gotta think it's not really worth it for the smackdown.
oh dear. That's a good catch. I didn't notice that. Wow. But yeah, well, 3 Hellborn players escaping on like 30 HP, so it was really tight. Definitely, that last auto attack definitely would have made all the difference. But coming back to mid, I'm just actually looking at Swiftblade. He's picked up his Runed Axe as with, wow, okay, that looked pretty nasty. Pandemonium getting wiped out by Miraxis, but Miraxis going down to Arachna, dropping the spider on him. Did anybody catch that there?
Yeah, I did, yeah. Pandemonium was being a bit unaware there. Just Miraxis coming up around the trees, porting in with his ultimate and using the Quake to take Pandemonium down, but he got cleaned up by Arachna, who ported in. We do see an invisible Bombardier heading middle just to scout out the enemies. We might see a gank on here. I'm not quite sure, but we do see Andro coming to the party at middle lane, and Pyro's also there to back him up.
Would be worth noting they are sitting on top of a ward, so they can see the other 2 guys. But Witchslayer moving in, looks like they might go for some. Andromeda stuns Myrmidon weak builds Andromeda, but the Bombardier ult comes out, cleans up 2 of them there. Wow. So actually I think 3 of them. Who else went down? Someone else went. No, sorry, it's Miraxis. But the 3rd player does go down. Bob goes down in the end. So where did we go? Went down there. Myrmidon went down. Glacius went down, and Witchslayer all got killed there. So ouch. That Bombardier definitely cleaning up there. Harpass doing some work for his team, but we've got Pandemonium rolling into mid as well, as we've got Pyromancer picking up a Sustainer. I don't know about that, picking that up. I mean, it looks like he's been given support duties, so I really don't agree with the Sustainer buy. Should have gone for some survivability and some other stuff, you know. Stat boost, he says he gets taken down pretty easily by Miraxis. I mean, that's the reason why I wouldn't get it Sustainer. It's 1600 gold of no survivability and no real usefulness. What do you think, Maximus?
The only thing I could think of him, I mean, I guess he could turn into a sacrificial stone, but you'd think he'd be going for the null stone, which I guess really, I mean, it's not a great pickup for him, but, you know, yeah, as you say, he seems to be on support duty, so I don't know why he'd be going for a null stone.
Yeah.
Especially with the amount of deaths and lack of farm he has, it just seems like a really odd thing to be going for.
Yeah, a bit of a pipe dream. But just looking at Miraxis, he's still got the port key. Hasn't managed to pick up any. Oh, he's got Ghost Marches actually. So, I don't know what he's going for now. How much gold is he sitting on? Miraxis. Only sitting on 480 gold, so not getting much farm. But we've got most of the Hellborn team hanging around mid. Although Pandemonium is cleaning up some stacks in the news, so hopefully he'll get some farm. Although actually, yes, he is trying to clean them up. As I'm just going to look at Pandemonium's farm, sitting on 249, Half-Assed on 300 with Bombardier, Arachna on 360, so not doing too bad for the GPM. The Legion team, on the other hand, nobody above 300, so I don't know. If the Hellborn drags this out, maybe they can really take this one home. What do you think, Blood?
Yeah, that's true. If the Hellborn team just keep on doing what they're doing, but they've got to beware, be careful of that Miraxis, who is taking out the squishy heroes pretty quickly. So yeah, I'm not quite sure about Arachna going to be able to take down Swiftblade later in the game, but she does have a much more greater farm than a Swiftblade, so I'm not quite sure. What are your thoughts, Maximus?
Oh, I really think that after that team fight back there was a bit of a turning point. Hellborn seemed to be really struggling, and now they've really sort of grasped this game a little bit more. Arachna having a pretty good farm. Swiftblade's farm pretty average. Unfortunately, Swiftblade getting picked off a fair few times in a row. Likewise with Miraxis, although he's picking off quite a lot of heroes, he does have 6 deaths, so as you say, his farm is pretty poor. He's just spending a lot of time ganking and then dying. I mean, he's not really getting the carries, more or less. He seems to be taking out the squishies and the supports too. For instance, Pyromancer's getting a sustainer, so he's not really a huge threat. But at this stage, I'd have to say that if the Hellborn can keep it up, not do anything stupid, not like get picked off, as long as Arachna doesn't get picked off by himself a few times or anything, I think they should be okay to keep up the ganks and sort of keep on pushing through this game.
Well, I think we should note that Pandemonium has picked up his shrunken head, so that's really going to make a difference in the fights, because it means Miraxis and Witchslayer and Myrmidon, who can all really take him out of the fight. It just means he can move through the fight freely, not get stunned, not get pushed out of position. So that's probably going to help them out a lot more in the team fights. But I'm going to say, Bob was calling out earlier, that ass, I think he was talking about Swiftblade, but Bob, pick up the female Glaciers. You have the sexiest lane ever with female Glaciers and Sachi Swiftblade. Go on, do it. Anyway, I'll put the box of tissues away. Blood, what have you seen so far in this game?
Quite a lot of action there on both teams, and we see Arachna just farming away in the Legion neutrals here. So we might be seeing a push here middle, I'm not quite sure. The Legion team are pretty grouped up, and they do see Arachna. They have a ward there in their forest. If they can pick Arachna off, this could be a great gank here, but Arachna knows that they're coming, and she just runs away and is killing some more neutrals. But at middle here, they do see the Panda, and we see the Miraxis jump onto Andro, use the Quake and the Axis, and takes down Andro, and we see the Bombardier ult going in there, but that was one terrible ult, if I must say. But the Legion team do take out 3 Hellborn players, and Arachna coming in late to the party, who takes out the Witchslayer and the Myrmidon. So that they evened it up there, the Hellborn team, and Arachna is chasing down both Miraxis and Swiftblade as she gets to slow onto Miraxis, but Miraxis uses the Quake and the Axis, and Arachna is down.
Yeah,
a little bit greedy there by the Arachna, I think.
Yeah,
I don't really think that was a wise move at all.
I agree. I don't think it was a wise move at all. Did anybody see Bob's ult there, the Glacier's ult in tower range in the middle of the fight, and just stun one second? I didn't agree with that move either.
Yes.
No.
Yes, I question that as well.
But yeah. So let's scroll through the items. Looks like Bob has picked up a Gnome's Wisdom recipe. Bob, what are you doing? No, has he got the Neophyte's book? What is this? I'm confused. Maximus, do you have any idea what he's doing?
I'm going to assume he thought that he was going to get the recipe and then buy the Neophyte's book from the outpost? I don't know. Anyway, he ended up dying before... I don't actually know. That can't be right. I don't know. I guess he's 50 gold short, and for some reason, he didn't use the courier to bring it to him before. I don't really know. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Once again, I have to say, Bob for the win. Missing health. He really needs to start picking up braces when he's playing those squishy heroes. He just gets too easy to kill, like, as you saw when he was attacking doing his ultimate inside the tower range.
Holy crap!
God! Wow!
Yeah, we saw a very good ult there by Bombardier, cleaning up 4 heroes. That is the first ultimate he has got, but he has totally smashed the Legion team with that one ultimate he's landed all game.
I would say it's the first one he's landed, but it's the first really awesome one he's landed. He's missed it. He's really fluffed a few, but I think that makes up for it. But I'm just looking at his items.
I guess that's all that counts, or it counts for all the ones he's missed, I guess.
Yes, indeed. But he has picked up a level 3 spell shot, so that explains why he did so much freaking damage out of the blue there. As I suppose we can say thank you, Panda, for getting jumped on by Miraxis and getting the whole Legion team to group up on top of him, and then just letting Bombardier wipe them out. But it looks like Bombardier is going for a Frostwolf Skull. He's going to try and get the Boom Dust to have that massive slow on it, as he's picked up an Ice Brand. So I don't know, Maximus, what do you think of this Frostwolf on Bombardier?
Frostwolf Skull. Well, it seems like he's got the farm to support it, so I'd say it's actually a pretty good pickup, against that particular team. Although, in saying that, already got a Arachna with pretty massive slow as it is. It's not a terrible pickup. I can't really think of many things else that he would really want. I mean, Sheepstick and stuff's always a good pickup, but yeah, Frostwolf Skull will be fine. I'm sure that'll be okay.
Oh yeah, if you can get it, you just go bam, 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 4 people slowed. So yeah, it's always useful.
Yeah.
Yeah, what about you, Blood? Would you get this Frostwolf, or would you buy something else?
I'm actually not quite sure about the Frostwolf here on Bombardier. I would like to see him pick up maybe ulti stuff, so if you can land another one of those ults with the napalm coming down from his ultimate with the ulti stick, that could be another quad kill, or even a lash. Out middle here we see a spider get down a Witch Sail from the invisible Arachna, and Witch Sail gets taken down easy as pie.
Yeah, I think this is about the point where the squishies need to really hang with a teammate at all times, because otherwise they can get wiped. Because Arachna does have that shroud, and she is a really big threat. We see Andromeda has picked up a Gnome Twist and also a pair of braces, so she's fairly tanky considering how underfarmed she probably is. But I'm just going to have a look at Miraxis has picked up a Sword of the High. Okay, so he's going for a Radiance. Now that's not an item I see built on him very often. Anybody got any opinions on that? As we see him actually, jump into the middle, jump in on top of him. Jump in top of Pandemonium. Pandemonium hits the Shrunken Head. Pyromancer drops a stun, but it looks like he's getting... No, he gets swapped out by Andromeda. Very nice swap. And then Bombardier, again with that ultimate, just drills the Legion team. And then Arachna cleans up on top of Miraxis, helped out by Bombardier. But Andromeda goes down to Swiftblade, but then, again, half-assed with that Bombardier, paying dividends, takes him down. So, wow, so much action there in such a short space of time.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what Pandemonium was thinking then. He got saved on 10 HP from the Andro swap, but he opted to go back in and fight the Swiftblade. He got the stun off, but afterwards Swiftblade just auto-attacked him and died, but I think Pandemonium got a bit greedy then. He could have survived, so they would have had 3 up pushing mid, and we do see the Legion team respawn and coming back to defend that Rax, but the melee Rax is already gone down. We do see the Myrmidon come in late, and he gets the carp off, but Bombardier avoids the weed field, and he's going to fight Myrmidon, and Myrmidon goes down. We see Bob here
misses his ult completely.
Yeah,
killed by
misses his ult. And Arachna just cleans up easy as you can. And we do see here Bob raging pretty hard. He's accusing of a hacking idiot.
Oh, NGR Bob, caking it up. Okay. Oh, that was awesome. Anyway, what we were talking about before was the Sword of the High going for the Radiance build on Miraxis. Now, anybody got any opinions on that? Not something I see very often.
Yeah, I certainly do. I think that is a terrible, terrible, terrible idea. We got a hero here who, with the team of squishies, you got Myrmidon, Glacius, Witchslayer, and the only potential tank person, Miraxis, going for a Sword of the High instead of getting, say, a heart or anything like that. I just cannot agree with it at all. I reckon the very bad choice of items there.
Honestly, my problem is that even if he gets it, he's not going to live long enough to use it with with all the 1500 HP. I mean, the whole point is to survive during a fight to burn people. So if you don't have the tank to do it, I mean, he doesn't even have a helmet. So we see Panda
if
get
he's the
dropped
initiator, you're the initiator. You're gonna die, most of the time, and you're going for an item which does 40 damage a second. And if you're dead within 5 seconds, it's like, so what,
What about you, Blood?
We did see some action there.
What did you manage to catch that action?
Oh yeah, we saw some Yeah, down at bottom there, we saw Panda Man getting a bit greedy. I'm not sure if he didn't see the other Legion players there, but he got picked off quite easily by the Legion team there. And we do see the melee racks did go down at middle lane, and the range barracks is on about 75% health, and Arachne is pushing top here.
And it should be good to note that Arachne has had her Geoman's Bane for quite a while. It looks like she's going for a Savage Mace, having picked up a Halberd as well, so she's going to be pretty hard to stop. As we see teleports coming out of top, although Swiftblade gets a sneaky deny off there, and Arachne so hits the Shroud, gets away, and that is a weird ward.
Bob puts down the wrong ward.
Bob, what are you doing, man? Oh dear. He does get the right ward down in the end though, although Spot the Aussie also putting down the same identical ward. So they had the same idea, although Bob putting in the wrong ward. And looks like the Hellborn team are going for a Kong attempt. As we've got possibly, here we go, there, Panda here. Now we can tank this Kong. Panda's coming to tank for his team. As it looks like that Frostwolf that Bombardier was thinking about building has been sidetracked into a Nullstone. I think that's a pretty good buy on him, considering the amount of single targets, disables, and spells on the Legion team. Blood, what do you reckon?
Yeah, that's true. I wasn't quite sure about the Frostwolf he was going to pick up, and we do see the Legion team here with no wards ups whatsoever, so the Hellborn team are coming, and Arachne gets ulted, but she does have the token, and she uses the token, and Bombardier comes in and cleans up, but he managed to kill no one with it. Still a lot of action here going on. We see the Carp down go down, and we see three Legion players go down, and we do see Half-Ass get the Immortal. So he's having a great couple of games lately, and the concede vote has gone up from the Legion team, so it should be over, and yes, that is over. So the Giraffe Hunters take out round 2 of this match, and they have won the game.
Yep, so they take out the second of the best of 3, so it looks like Giraffe Hunters taking out the round 2 of the CGI ladder. But again, Half-Ass too strong. Just those 2 games, just carrying his team through there. So very good play from him. Nice try from Cash Money Heroes, but in the end, no cigar. And Giraffe Hunters, once they figured out they should gank the carry, they really just that solo mid from Half-Ass just too strong. But in the end, anyway, you've been listening to Net Game Radio. My name is Triumphant Man. Joining me in the studio tonight have been, oh my god, Blood and Maximus. So thank you guys for joining me in the studio tonight. I hope everybody out there listening in will join us again next week for round 3 of CGI.